Happy Vlogmas!
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a little cool, but bright and sunny. Good morning. Happy 10th day of Christmas. It's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So, I got up, said Dennis, I don't know what I'm doing today. So, I don't know what I'm doing today, but I finished my book yesterday and I did some knitting. I'm going to show you. I finished that yellow welt. I need to pick a new color. On my hat. I knit a little bit on Dennis's fingerless gloves. So I knit a little bit. I finished my book. It was, you know, very low key. I got my second shingle shot, so whew. I am a procrastinator. I must have gotten that on July 9th. Because, and I'm guessing that because what I've read about shingle shots is you need to get your second one between 2 and 6 months after you take your first shot. And I was given the window of September 9th through January 9th. I went January 2nd. I am a procrastinator. Anyway, so the new year, I got my New Zealand calendar with the kiwi on my wall. I had to take down my girls. Because they were last year. Too bad. Too bad. Yeah. Yeah. They are amazing girls. I do have a date. One of the things that I put in their advent calendar was a shopping day with Nana. My idea at the time, I made it early in the month, was that I would take the girls shopping one day in December, and then Jason and Allison would have the day and they could go shopping without the girls. But that did not happen, and so we're having a girls' shopping day on the 13th, and Allison's going to come, so it's just going to be the 4 of us going out shopping, have lunch, you know. So that'll be fun. That's on my calendar. So I have my New Zealand calendar up on the wall. So these are big events in this house, you know. I mean, sometimes the things that end up on my list and get crossed off is like cut my nails, you know. Just so. Cut my nails is not currently on my list, and it never, that's a bit of an exaggeration. It never gets on my list, but it does count at the end of the day in the, when you look back and say, what did I do today? Oh, I cut my nails. It may not be list worthy, but it is notable when you're trying to figure out what you did. Cut Aura's hair is on my list. All right, here's my hat. Here's the yellow. I think that worked out really well. So now the question is, what do I do next? And I only have 3 more advents to open. I have 2 Polka Dot Creek and 1 botanical yarn, and I know the botanical is not going to go next because it's going to be some version of a pink, I'm quite sure, and I don't want pink next. I have too many pinks close by, so I'm going to open a Polka Dot Creek day 1. Now I'm opening day 1 of the Polka Dot Creek. I wonder what they wanted to start us off with that I didn't get. Ooh, pretty, pretty. So this is gray, mostly gray, with blues and speckles and purple speckles. This is called Thankful. Purple speckles, navy speckles. Oh, very pretty. Very pretty. Actually, what do you think? That kind of makes sense next. And it feels like Thankful should go in my hat. Well, maybe I'll do that. Keeping in mind, this is the very tip top of my head. I'll see it when I put it on. And I'll be thankful. Oh, I think that's an excellent next for Thankful. And with a name like Thankful, you got to be thankful. Got to do what you can to be thankful. So there you go. So I finished this welt. This welt ended up very strangely. I ended up with this sort of wide open area right at the beginning of my row, and I'm not sure why. I might have, decreased too much right about there, but you can see I have laddering. It looks very weird, but I have an end that I am going to weave in. I'm going to fix that while I weave in that end, and it will not be noticeable. I am quite sure. And I should do that before I go any further. I am dealing with my ends as I go along. So I don't have to, there won't be much ending going on at the end of my hat. Obviously a hat day. This is, pretty sure this is a sockhead hat that I made quite some time ago. All right, so I'll show you Dennis's gloves while I'm at it. I did do a little work on Dennis's gloves. Not much. They've got a little bit more to go to have a 3-inch cuff. I measured last night, and I was only about halfway there. I was surprised. And my idea of what 3 inches is, apparently not very accurate. But aren't they pretty? They're going to be very nice, and he's going to be... And if I keep plugging just a few rows every day, a few rows every day, and they'll be done. So I think I need to try to do that. Yeah. I need to try to do that. So I sincerely, other than doing a little bit of knitting, and maybe I'll definitely wind this up, whether I actually cast on with it, I don't know. But I do need to I can't think of what I need to. I don't know what I was thinking I was going to say. Well, I do need to work a little bit on that, on the gloves. But I think I'll wind this up, whether I knit on it or not, I'm not sure. But my hat needs to be done relatively soon. You need to finish your Advent relatively soon after you've opened all your Advent, right? Isn't it? Maybe there's no rule. But I'm clearly close to the end. I'm just doing the crown. There's probably only 3 or 4 more welts that'll fit in that spot. So, there you go. So I think I'm going to do Thankful, if only because of the name, but I do think it will go very nicely, given the way we came. Yeah, because I'm feeling thankful. I'm feeling a little thankful, and that'll be fun too. Yeah. So, very low-key day today. Dennis is probably going to the store. Nothing much going on here. Maybe I'll cut Aura's hair. That's on my list. Did I tell you that? Cutting Aura's hair is on my list. It's been on my list for a few days, so who knows when that'll happen. Yeah. I'll let you know. I finished my book. So I finished my 3rd Rosalind Thorn, but I have 2 more from the library. I did have to buy the second one. It's really funny. They didn't have the second one electronic. Isn't that funny? They had the first up to 7. I think there's 7 of them now. I thought it was weird, but I bought it on my Nook app and read it and enjoyed it. So I might start, you know, they are a fun read, but they're not so compelling that I feel like I have to finish it today, which is nice for me because I get that way, and that, you know, so I might start that. I was able to watch Leslie yesterday, her podcast, and see what she's up to. Christy was expecting to do an end of the year whip parade kind of a podcast, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that it's up yet, so I'm looking for that. And see what other things I can catch up on because I'm way behind. So that might be my knitting whatever. Oh, and we watched Sister Boniface last night. We watched a couple of them. And, well, I did my knitting, so, and listened to music. So anyway, that's it. Boring here. Please take good care of yourselves. I'm going to call it a wrap. Please take good care of yourselves. And, yeah, stay safe and stay safe.